What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys, well, with another market watch today. Now, before we begin, I just want to say I totally forgot about the mechanized managed structure deck that came out a couple of days ago. In fact, the real card I think that everybody really should be focusing on, if you're looking to play Orcus, is the reprint of Scrap Recycler in here. You also have Magnet Reverse, which came out, got a good reprint as well. That card's starting to go up in value, and now we're seeing it starting to calm down with the $1.39 reprinted version, and a bunch of other cards in here. I know a lot of you players are really excited about the more new Machina cards. You got Trapture getting reprint, Cosmic Cyclone getting a reprint. Just a all-around good structure deck, and this is the kind of structure deck I like. I like a structure deck with a lot of great reprints. And I like a structure deck with a deck coin. Whether it's meta or not, doesn't really matter to me. Just need to have a lot of good reprints in it and a good deck coin to get Yu-Gi-Oh players involved. Especially for like new Yu-Gi-Oh players. Imagine being a new Yu-Gi-Oh player and needing a Scrap Recycler, needing Magnet Reverse, needing Traptrick, needing Cosmic Cycle, needing Silent Strike, Pot of Avarice. You get what I'm trying to say. So, I really do like these a lot. I think Konami needs to make more of these as much as possible because they don't really have a way to get new players into the game. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, comment down below. In fact, comment question of the day. Are you going out to your Walmart, masked up, gloves on, and grabbing your mechanized managed structures? Have you done it yet? I'll tell you right now, I'll answer mine. I haven't done it yet because I totally forgot about this. But more than likely, I'll probably grab I was about to say a play set. I'll probably grab 3 of these because why not? I mean, like I said, a lot of great reprints, including Scrap Recycler, which should be great for Orcus whenever we do get the new Orcus card. So I mentioned Link Spider the other day, coming out of OTS Tournament Pack 7 Ultimate Rare, with a $27 market price, and we're slowly starting to see it get clean off the market. As in right now, filming this video, it's about $29. Now, once again, Emancipators is definitely a tier 1 deck. If we was to have a meta, we are starting to see, due to news, places starting to open up, and I think that within the next week or two, we might see Yu-Gi-Oh players heading back into locals, and when we do, we're going to see the market slowly starting to rise. Meta slowly starting to come back into the game, which I'm actually very, very excited about. I'm hoping it happens sooner than later. I think we all are. Obviously, you're living in a place like New York, it might happen a lot later, but if you're like me and you live in like Kentucky, there's a good chance it's going to happen next week or two. Georgia's already opening up. I'm not sure about their locals, but you get what I'm trying to say. As time goes on, as we progress, Yu-Gi-Oh players are going to start returning to locals, which means Yu-Gi-Oh players are going to start needing cards to win those locals. And those locals want Yu-Gi-Oh players badly because, you know, they've been closed for about a month, but they still have to pay rent, electric, gas, internet. They still have to pay all these bills. So yeah, opening up our locals after a month of being closed and having customers come back in, you damn right they want to have people sitting down playing cards. Just make sure to do it safe. Like I said, mask on, gloves up, get in there. Next, Power Giant, Ultimate Rare out of Star Trek Blast, with a $13 market price, which is already crazy high, by the way. The card's roughly at $30 right now. It's a tech choice that's being used in Emancipators. Some use it, some don't use it. But hey, it's a $30 Ultimate Rare, so there's a good chance we're going to see more players not use it. Yeah, it's Ultimate Rare and has other printings, but, you know, Ultimate Rare. Also, a pointer of the Red Lotus. For a long while, this card was useless. I think about a year or two, it got a lot of hype and then quickly died down. And now it's back up again as a side deck card against all these floodgates in this game. I mean, if you are playing any kind of combo deck or any control deck, there's a good chance you're not going to want to see the answer to what you're playing against. So, Yu-Gi-Oh players are starting to side in Game 2 and in Game 3 a pointer of the Red Lotus. I mean, you flip this card up, you grab your Dark Ruler no more to your opponent's hand, and they play -1 card out their hand, and you still have full combo on board. And the next turn you just kill them. Or you play Control, and you get rid of the Lightning Storm for a while. And that's what this card really does. It helps you as a player set up to just end your opponent next turn, or to gain more control and create a more unfair game state. A point of Red Lotus currently with a $7.60 market price. Unlimited right now is roughly around $8. There's a first edition copy about $8 as well. And then after that, we go over to here on page 2 with the next first edition version, and that's roughly around $12. And then a third one, the only third listing, is about $14. I think more than likely Konami's going to reprint this in the OTS pack if they don't have plans already to hit this. I feel like we're going to see one or the other. It's going to happen relatively soon because, you know, card's pretty good right now in the meta. Then we have Spellbook of Secrets, which is being used in Eldritch, and this is the Ultimate Rare version from Return of the Duelist. There's other copies, but the Ultimate version of Spellbook of Secrets with a $35 market price. Letting you play unlimited is about $40, and if you want a first edition version, that's gonna run you about, $65 roughly. Now, once again, this is the Ultimate Rare to Return of the Duelist. There's other copies. We have tons of them recently coming out of Structure Check or the Spellcasters. You can get an Ultra Rare out of Bowser's Legends like Revenge, which is like under $3. Original Return of the Duelist is like $3 to $4 as well. So there are, I'm sorry, no. Original Return of the Duelist has a market price of $4. I apologize. The actual listing of the original print is $9.50. $9.50 for original print ultra rare, but if you want to buy the ultra rare out of Bowser Legends, currently there's 18 listings, and that's about $3. So yeah, original ultra rare or the same exact ultra rare, but this is Bowser Legends. $6 price point. Anyway, next time we have Spellbook of Knowledge, originally coming out of Code of Duelist. Another card being used. With a $3 market price, you're seeing starting to rise. Unlimited copies are roughly around $5 with shipping. If you want a first edition version, that's going to run you almost $6 with shipping, or for Spellbook Knowledge as well. Once again, it has multiple printings. We also have Fossil Pachycephalo. It's a rock monster, earth monster. And I don't know about you, but I feel like Eldritch players always keep an eye on this card, because this is a really good card to make in general. I don't know how players can factor this in, but once again, it's a rock monster. Pretty good. Its effect literally says no one can special summon monsters. While its card flip face up, destroy all special summon monsters in the field. With a $22 current market price, the card's actually roughly around $27. And that's for unlimited. If you want a first edition version of the card, you're looking to pay roughly around $44 for Secret Fossil and Pachycephalo. This is a good card. I always love the name, by the way. Every time you find someone that doesn't know about Yu-Gi-Oh, just make them say a name. I don't know, I just do it for the lulz. Anyway, up next we have Kinsella Pleiades, the card out which has been maintaining relatively good value. This is one of those cards that when there's a presumption of hype, the value skyrockets, and then it comes back down. Presumption of hype, which means, hey, this card could be good. There goes the value. Then it comes down like a feather, very slowly falling down. But it's actually seen play in Eldritch. Well, looking at the dual tournament version of Pleiades, it's only gotten higher. With its current $26 market price, we're looking at the card being roughly around $33 to $35 for Kinsella Pleiades, for the dual tournament version. If you want to go ahead and grab the secret version of the card, that's holding a $3 market price, well, nope, wrong. It's roughly around $10 to $11 for this card. And then there's the other three copies. Star Pack Arc V, which is roughly around $5 with a $3 price listing. That's for the Star 4 version. The common version is like $2, and there's Infinite Gold. You don't want Infinite Gold. Then we have Anti-Magic Arrows, originally coming out of Duelist Pack Battle City. This card has no reprints yet, but a little fun fact, looking at the Structure Check Mechanized Madness of Craziness, I can see that Konami could eventually just reprint something like some of these cards, like, Anti-Magic Arrows, in another Structure Deck. I could see reprinting this card, even as a common, in the OTS. This card just needs to be reprinted already. The value of this card is skyrocketing, and I think that as Yu-Gi-Oh players play this card more and more and more, Konami needs to get behind this card as far as either hitting in the ban list, which I don't think is going to happen, or reprinting it, which I think is more likely going to be the option. Going back to Anti-Magic Arrows, though, coming out of Duelist Pack Battle City with a $25 market price, it's roughly around $23. So it went down from its market price. Still relatively high, expensive card, and it is seeing play. So just keep that in mind. We also have Madolche Petting Cessior. This Madolche card, a rare coming out of Cyber Strike originally. The current price right now is roughly around $2, which is near its market price. To be 100% honest with you, this card more than likely will reprint it in the Megatins. So if you want to wait, you just wait to the Megatins, there's a good chance we're going to see this card as a reprint target. Also noted, some cards were recently mentioned on this Market Watch. Has been mentioned in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch Facebook group. Guys, if you're not a member already, click on the link in my description down below. Join the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch Facebook group. They post cards constantly, sometimes a day before I do this video. Sometimes a bunch of these cards are from their cards that they list, everyone on there. So go ahead and join that. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button on this channel and hit the description and go check that out. I totally messed that up, but hit the subscribe button anyway. Look at that Spork Super Rare coming out of Generations Force. The card has a $1 market price, but it's getting cleaned off the market. There's only 2 pages listed. Yes, there is a 30 wall here, but that's after that 30 wall, you're looking at 1s and 2s all over the place. And then you go to page 2, And the best wall you have is 3. The card is bottom out at $10 for a super version of this card. And just, once again, Generations for Spore. It did come as a common as well, so you can get the common, but you can play more than likely want to have the higher rarity version. The card's just slowly being cleaned off the market, so just keep an eye on that. Another card that might start seeing play is Weeping Doll, common only at an absolute power force. Card's holding a 37-cent market price, and right now there's 3 pages listed, bunch of ones by the way on page 1, and it's under $1. The card says you can remove from play 1 tuner monster from your graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. It's a level 2 rock monster. So this, with those level 2 tuner and emancipator cards, boom, you get a synchro, you make that other guy, the guy I forgot already. I've been testing the deck the whole day and I totally forgot the name of the guy, but the level 4 negate stuff dot card, and then you continue with your combo, not worrying about getting hit by Nibiru or Ashboss Majority Spring or any of that stuff. Really good card, and yeah, wouldn't be surprised if this card starts slowly making its way into the decks as well. So I didn't cover Kitchen Dragon Maid yesterday because I honestly did not think Yu-Gi-Oh players would have bought out Kitchen Dragon Maid. How dare I? How dare I underestimate the power of the waifu? Now, once again, I don't know the new support. I still haven't looked at it because it says Dragon Maid. I just don't care about Dragon Maids. I don't think they're good enough to get to be tier 1 to play the big dogs. But I will say the fact that Konami's still making Dragon Maid support is hilarious and sad. Because you're going to be pulling boxes, cracking boxes, and pulling Dragon Maid to rares of new set, and you're like, oh, glad I got this. Throw it to the side. Listen, I think that Dragon Maids are a really fun casual deck, and that's probably where they're gonna be. But look at a Kitchen Dragon Maid. Only set it's out in is Mystic Fighters with a $60 market price. No, wrong. The card's 65. After that one's gone, 69. After that one's gone, it handles around 75 for a while, up until $80. The card just exponentially grows higher and higher in value. Now, once again, I don't know about the new support. I'm not sure if the new support says, hey, if you have the Dragon Maid mat and mousepad and the field center, you automatically win the game. The card. I don't know what it does. I have zero idea. But I will say, I think it's hilarious that the waifu tax is still hitting us over and over again. It came around full circle and it's just doing another lap. And Yu-Gi-Oh players are just like, I like Dragon Maids. I don't care about you guys. They're just going in and buying this, and I think it's hilarious. With that said, I own the Dragon Maid playmat, and it's a gorgeous playmat. One of the few plays in this game that actually has field zones. Amazingly done by Konami, and hopefully Konami will make more playmats that will have field zones that pertain to the game. You know, the Yu-Gi-Oh field zones. That's number 1. Number 2, if this deck was cheap, I'd buy it. I'm not going to buy it now when it's $65. You understand that, right? Like 65 times 3 for one playset of a card. The rest of the cards you got to, of course, get once you go in with this one. Because if you're going in hard. You're not going to go in and go, I'll buy 2 Dragon Maids and I'll come back later on for that. No. You get your stimulus check, which I have around here somewhere, my stimulus check, and you go, give me Dragon Maids. And give me that goddamn mouse pad that I'm never going to use as a mouse pad. And you know what? I want the playmat. Once again, I think that if this deck was a lot cheaper, we would see a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh players playing it. Hopefully, we get more reprints of Dragon Maids, because I would love to play the deck a lot. I think it's really fun to play and build. But yeah, it's $65 for this deck as a casual deck. Nope, can't catch me sleeping on that one. Then we have Marais Greed, super rare, coming out of Astral Pack 1. Current $5 market price is what it's supposed to say. Realistically speaking, the card is being bought out right now. You got this guy holding about 10 of unlimited copies, being roughly around $12. So that's the current war, is about 10. The next guy is 20, and that handles for a good amount of sales until you see it hitting near $32 for super rare Marais of Greed. Now, this has other printings. And recent printing actually has it being an OTS card, right? OTS Pack 11. So it's a recent common in there. But if you want this highest version, which is super rare, out of Ash Pack 1, they're going to try to grab you for $12. Now, listen, if you do want this card badly, the best thing you could do is don't buy this card. You see, even though I think this is a great card, and I do have my play set, this card is going to collapse on itself in value. No one's going to be sitting there going, yeah, water's the be-all, end-all. I'm going to keep buying water. I'm going to break this 10 sales wall. And I'm going to go in and grab all these other cards. You know, the 5 wall after it at $18. And then hit up that 3 wall at $21. No one's going to be doing that. So even though, once again, Marais Greed's a great card, I think water can have some definitely good potential in the meta. It's just not worth going in and grabbing this card right now. Wait. and watch the value the hype collapse on itself, and then you go in and get this card. Doing it right now is you overpaying. And yeah, you have extra money from the government. You're right about that. But do you really want to waste your extra money and spend it not wisely? Just save it up. I mean, you got a bunch of other cards like, Atlantean Dragoons. Ashback 2 at $100 market price. Currently $131. Anyone playing Mermails, Max Rarity, complains about Lightning Storm, you have my permission to just quarantine them. Put him back in and say, nope, you obviously didn't learn from not being in your house for a month or whatever. Get back in your house. Put him in the bathroom. Do whatever you gotta do to get him out of here. That's all I'm gonna say. I love water decks. I own 2 of these goddamn decks, but I will say, if someone has Ultimate Rare Atlantean Dragoons, they forfeit the right to complain about anything value-wise in this game. That's it. Put a period on that sentence. They lose the right. With that said, I don't own any of these, and I will still complain. But if I did, yeah, no, it's a gorgeous Ultimate Rare. For a shotgun deck, that, once again, you get value. And that's one thing about, like, Burning Abyss and Atlanteans. I feel like these are the 2 longest decks that anyone who bought the deck originally or got the deck at max rarity has gotten so many mileage on these decks. I mean, look at Atlanteans and water decks for all intents and purposes. If you've been watching these videos for a long while, beginning every regional season, I always say the same thing. The best decks is the water decks. And I say it on purpose because beginning regional season, or beginning balance, I should really say, what's going to happen is Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are still going to be figuring out what they're playing with balance. Water decks are a one-trick pony, but they're really good at doing it. Their one-trick is literally, if your board is weak, or you make a board and you don't make it optimally, this deck is going to shotgun your face in one turn. That fast. If you're making a combo and you just can't fully do it, you're like, pass turn, and you're playing against water, the game's over more than likely. Especially if they resolve like Neptubus, you just get blown out. So I think, once again, max rarity water, if you got it a long time ago, the amount of mileage you got on that deck is absolutely insane. I guarantee you, if you have a water player at your locals who's been playing the deck for a while, that guy more than likely has their invite. And not because they're insanely good at Yu-Gi-Oh!, because they wait till we get a new ban list, and they walk in the regionals, and they grab their invite. It's how it works with this deck. It's absolutely insane. Burning Abyss, almost the same way, except it just keeps evolving. It's like that movie, The Thing. You ever seen The Thing? Am I old? That's an old movie, but it's a good movie. Kurt Russell, good movie. They made a newer version, but Kurt Russell's the best version. Anyway, it just kept evolving. It kept changing, and it kept doing what it wanted to do, which is, in Burning Abyss sense, win. But there's different ways for it to keep to get on that journey. Anyway, that's what I think about Burning Abyss. It's literally The Thing, but good at Yu-Gi-Oh!, and it's a great deck. But looking at Water, once again, like I said, it definitely has great mileage. And to see this card $130 is hilarious, being the fact that I think it was last November when we had that food drive. This card's price went as low as $57. So let's talk about Crystal Native Harbor for a quick second. I did do Overload, $25 market price, and it's currently stable at $25. This guy has 32 wall, and I guarantee you, there's a lot of other walls of Kriston Needle Fiber. Now here's the question, and it's a very good question, I think. Will this be the card to be bought out? Will Dual Overload finally have a money card? I say money card because that really, realistically, doesn't have a money card. You can't look at Dual Overload and go, okay, a box MSRP is about $30. The most expensive card I'll get in this set is $28. Yep, Value City, boys. You just can't say it. You can't look at Needle Fiber and go, a very highly anticipated card. This card's gonna be $25. Box is $30. Pluses. Even if you pull Needle Fiber and permits in your box, which is, by the way, an insanely good box, the mathematical odds of you pulling crap is very high. So this is what I'm saying. I know someone in the comments will go, V, well, in my box, I pulled Permits, Needle Fiber, Anaconda, Phantasmate, Union Carry, and Silent Mining, Levy Near, 2 Selines, and a Cyber Emergency in one box. Did I plus? Listen, it doesn't matter, because if you bought 100 of Dual Overload boxes, you're not going to. And that's what I mean by the value in this set is almost oblique. I will say there's still good value in this set, don't get me wrong, but when you go to list these cards in the market, you're competing in such a huge market because everyone and their mother is selling these cards. With that said, though, I do think there's a possibility of some of these cards actually showing long-term value. I think mid-term value, maybe. Mid-term value is, by the way, it's up to a year. I think that's fair in the name of Yu-Gi-Oh! To say mid-term value is up to a year. Short-term, I mean, 3 months, 6 months, the longest. You're 6 months, and what's happening? Midterm, 6 months to a year, and long-term is anything beyond a year. I think that's, little reference for you guys. But looking at this, I think it has some midterm value. Definitely good long-term value. But there is midterm value in Dual Overload. Is it worth investing a lot of money just in going, I'm going to plus hardboard? No, it's not. It's terrible. It's a horrible idea. Don't do it. I mean, it's just not worth it. But is it worth saying, hey, listen, I have some Dual Overload. What do I do? Well, obviously you want to sell the valuable cards. You want to sell your permits and maybe Anaconda, maybe Phantasm, maybe Needle Fiber, and hold the other cards. I really do think you should do that. But looking at these cards, I think there's an opportunity for one of these cards to be valuable. What's it going to be? Could it be Needle Fiber? Could everybody go in and grab it? Do you not have Needle Fiber? Because I know I do, multiple copies. I know a lot of people. I don't think there's anyone I know that doesn't have Needle Fiber. It might not even be Needle Fiber. It might be Anaconda, which is an insanely good card because we have Super Poly at 3 still, in case you all forgot. That card's insane. It might very well be Union Carrier because, you know, even though the Holoon-like combo is dead, Union Carrier is still good to bring that back in. We can find another deck that's good like Lunalights. Union Carrier becomes insanely good again. It could be any of these cards. And I think that's the cool thing about Dual Overload. There's a lot of opportunity in the set. But if everyone's going for the set and hitting like a gold mine, you don't go to the gold mine, you go to the silver mine, meaning other value. But you always keep an eye on the gold mine, because the minute people walk away from the gold mine, that's when you go in and you strike it rich. So just keep that in the mind when you're looking at this set. And I'm really serious. I think there is great potential, but no potential right now. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the like button and comment down below. And answer the comment question of the day. Do you have mechanized mana structure decks? Are you going ahead and grabbing these? Are you gonna wait? It's up to you. Personally speaking, like I said, I'm definitely gonna grab a playset. There are a lot of great reprints in this. I do like the reprint of Pot of Avarice. I don't need it, but it's good for new players. Usually I hand out the new players on my locals. Another playset of Solemn Strike can never hurt. Trap Trick as a common's pretty cool. Cosmic Cyclone's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of great reprints in this set, and I do like Machinas. I've always loved Machinas. So it's cool to see a lot of game reprinted in the set as well. And yeah, I think it looks to be a really good structure deck overall. Is it blockbuster structure deck? No. It ain't like the structure deck that had, oh my god, it was a couple of years back. We had one that was like, hey, this is Twin Twisters, when that was like a $7 card. And the other one had Maxi as a common. You're like, okay, this is a golly structure. It ain't that crazy, but it's still pretty good to have a lot of these cards that are still needed and used in this game within the competitive and now casual meta as well. So I do like it a lot. It's your boy V, and you paisanos have a great day.